It has been a minute since I've done a full day wear test on some new high-end makeup. So today we're going to get into that. We have some fragrance, we have some new launches that I want to talk about, and really show you how they wear, how to use them, and how to get your most bang from your buck. Because here we are, bonitas, on a budget. So I want to help you make the best decisions when it comes to what to purchase and what to pass on, especially when you're purchasing things that are pricey. So before we get into this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because that's going to make sure that you never miss any of these videos. I always like to make sure that I bring you quality content twice a week. So I really hope that you hit that subscribe button, join La Familia Bonita, and let's get going. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy watching these type of trying new makeup reviews. I'm gonna first start off with the lips, because I always like to have a lip product on my lips. This is the Rhode Peptide Lip Boost. Now, I purchased this during the Sephora sale. I was very intrigued because I like having a good, very hydrating, moisturizing lip product while I get ready. I feel like that's very important. It also keeps makeup away from your lips when you have a lip product on the lips that can really just moisturize and hydrate, so that when you do go in at the very end with your lip for the day, you're all set, your lips are hydrated and ready to have something on top of them that's going to be on there for the entire day. I have to say, I'm impressed with this. A lot of Rhode's lip products are nice, but they had like this grainy, weird texture for a bit. They were able to fix that, which I think is fantastic, that they always listen to their customers, because we put money in their pockets. So I did pick this one up, and let me give you some information and some details on this. This isn't my first time wearing this. Another thing about this video is that it's not going to be like a first impressions review. Most of these products, except for two, everything else that I'm going to be talking about today, these are products that I've been using. They're new, but products that I'm going to bring here to you and let you know what the best way to use them, or if you could just pass on them completely. So this does retail for $23. There are two types of this. There's the sugar mint flavor, which is the one that I have. I love anything minty. Let me know if you love minty products for like your lips or your skincare down below in the comment section. There's something about a minty feel that is just the best. I love minty gum, all that good stuff. They also do have an unscented one if that is not your jam to have anything scented on your lips. This is a fake balm lip mask that clinically shown to visibly plump lips quickly and over time. I do want to point out, as I talk about this first product, all the products that I talk about will be literally popping up on the screen, so you can click on them as I'm talking about them, check them out, do some more research on them, or purchase them, and that does really help my channel continue to grow, bonitas. I always appreciate all the support that you give me, so if you do decide to purchase from the links that pop up, muchas gracias. That does help this channel continue to move forward. I also will have all the links down below in my description box so that you can check them out as well. Now we're going to move on to the eyes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the sticker. And this is the Huda Beauty Strawberry Latte Blush Filter Palette. What I do want to do, since I don't have anything necessarily for the eyes, I want to go ahead and take this palette and also use it on the eyes. It's going to create like a monochromatic moment from eyes to cheeks. So I'm going to be taking a little brush here, and I'm going to put that all over my creases. This is going to add shadow to the crease, and it's going to make the eyes just kind of pop a little bit more. Then I'm gonna move in with this darker shade right here. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna mix these two shades. These colors are really nice. They are blending out very easily into the eyes. Now, mind you, these are blushes. But the cool thing is that you can always use makeup however you want it. That's what makes makeup so fun, is that you don't just have to use it for one thing. And to be honest, the more you find products that you're able to use in multiple different ways, I think the more they're worth it, because you're truly getting your money's worth to be able to do quite a few things with it. Now, there's so many blushes on the market, so you do not need every single one. A lot of these techniques also, you can achieve these at home. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shimmer, and I'm gonna, oh yeah, this is so pretty. Strawberry latte, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that shimmer all throughout the first half of the eyelid. like so. And then the second half, I'm going to leave matte. Kind of creates that gradient effect from shimmer to matte, just kind of diffused into one another. And it looks very nice. So these do retail for $43. In here you get 4 different gorgeous shades. You get a nice blend of creamy mauve, warm rose, and rich espresso tones, which if you love those type of tones, then this is something that you may enjoy. This is a limited edition ethereal blush palette with 3 ultra pigmented matte powder blushes and 1 highlighter to wear alone or swirl shades for an ethereal look. Okay, this is really pretty. I think it's a beautiful palette. I think it's a palette that is perfect for the person who loves a warm tone moment. Now for $43, I do feel like you can find something like similar to this at Ulta or the drugstore for half the price or less. So I personally don't think you need this. I think who may benefit from a product like this is somebody who works in makeup artistry and likes to have palettes because they like to have options for their clients. So I would say for that type of person, I would say this is absolutely great. Or if you're somebody that you really do like the colors, but you're like, I will be using these on my eyes and on my cheeks, not just for the cheeks, then I say go for it. But if you're only going to be using it for the cheeks and you're not using it every day, this isn't something you need. Bonitas, we almost forgot the one product from the skincare department that I wanted to talk about. That is Desi Skin. They recently launched their Sold Mineral Sunscreen. Now, I did mention this in a couple of my shorts, and also I did mention this, I think in another one of my videos, but I wanted to talk about this product more in depth because since I got it, I've just been obsessed with it, and I wanted to share that with Mis Bonitas. So I'm gonna be taking my sunscreen. This also is very cute packaging. I also like the fact that it has the lock and unlock at the back, so that when you throw this in your purse, wherever you may carry it, it's not going to get all messy. But this is a mineral sunscreen by Desi Perkins skincare brand, Desi. And this sunscreen melts into the skin so well, so seamlessly and effortlessly. Adds lots of great hydration. And I think something that we sometimes forget with oily skin is that our skincare products have to be very, very hydrating, because a lot of the times the reason why our skin is so oily is because it's lacking that hydration, it's lacking that moisture into it, which therefore makes it produce much more oil. So I always like to start off with very hydrating skincare, and then slowly I layer on the makeup products that are going to give me a nice matte base. So you can see how well that blended into the skin. There's no pilling whatsoever, and that's something that I struggled to find for many years, was good mineral sunscreen that didn't have any pilling. This has 0 pilling. Like, it is just such an easy to apply product onto the skin, and it doesn't give off like a white cast. Like, it just melts really easily into the skin, therefore really allows for everything else that you put on top to look well. Now, let's say you are not a makeup person, you just like very few things on your face, or you're not a foundation person, I should say, or tinted moisturizer person. You just want to go in with your sunscreen and then be done with the skin. If you go in with sunscreen, you can see that it just gives such a pretty glow to the skin, and it's going to look nice through the day. So I really like that for that aspect. But if you are somebody that likes to wear glam and you're going to be putting more products on top of this, this product works so well with that. Like, it is such a good tacky base, which allows products to grip on really nicely, but also it's so hydrating that things are just going to melt and become one with the sunscreen. And that's one of the things that I really do appreciate about this sunscreen, is the hydration it delivers, and also just the way that it allows for things to apply on top. That's just perfection. So Desi Skin really nailed it with that, and it makes me really proud because it is a Latina owned brand, and now they are in Sephora. So you can find this at Sephora, not just on their website. I think right now on their website it is sold out, but you can find this at Sephora and you'll see it pop up here. but this is just such a great sunscreen. It does retail for $38, which I don't think is bad for sunscreen. You do get 1.7 ounces, so you do get quite a bit of product. This is a buttery mineral sunscreen, definitely buttery. It hydrates, strengthens the skin barrier, and protects from UVA and UVB rays while delivering a soft focus finish. It says this is best for normal, dry, and combination skin. I do have oily skin, but I love how this product works under my makeup and all the layers that I do to create that nice matte finish. After using it many times without makeup, with makeup, this is something I would recommend. It also works really well with my rosacea. This was my go-to sunscreen when I was in Mexico, and it was just incredible. So we do kind of want to let this sit for a couple minutes, and then we can go ahead and start with everything else. But look how nice and hydrated the skin looks right now. Literally perfection. Okay, so now that we let the sunscreen sit on the skin for a little bit of time, we're gonna move on to the next products. Okay, so we have here some balms. Okay, I recently reviewed the Laura Mercier face balm that is from balm to powder. It looks like this. I've been using this pretty much every single day for like everyday no makeup look. And to be honest, I'm a pretty big fan of it, but there's not that much product in here. But also there's another face balm on the market that is more economic than that one and has more product, and that is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Face Balm. Now, the one that I have is the universal one, so I don't have the one that is tinted. I used to have it. I don't have it. I'm gonna try to look at my stash again because I remember I was using it, but I've been obsessed with using the Danessa Myricks Universal Balm as my primer. I think this as a primer with oily skin is fantastic. It is a balm product, but it kind of sets into that powder. So you want to make sure that you kind of warm it up with your fingers a little bit, like this. And then what I like to do is I like to tap it into the skin, like so, in all the areas where I get oily. So for me, it tends to be around the smile lines, around the nose, and obviously like the T-zone. You do want to let this product by Danessa Myricks dry down for a couple minutes. It says 1 minute, but if you could let it dry down for maybe 3 minutes before you go in with the next step, I think is the most like convenient and the smartest move, because it really absorbs in with the rest of the stuff that is already on the skin, which for us is our sunscreen. These consistencies are different. I will say the balm by Danessa Myricks is more so of a easy to melt in your fingers, creamier consistency than the one by Danessa Myricks. I feel like the one by Danessa Myricks is very balmy, but this I feel like it easily melts like butter into your fingers as you're, you know, blending it out. So I really like to just go in and apply that, and I can even feel it on my fingers how it immediately starts to dry down and set as a powder. So that is something that I can appreciate about this product. I really like to use this in the universal shade as a primer. You have to let me know if you would like to see me battle it out with this balm, the Laura Mercier balm, versus the tinted Yummy Skin. We're gonna let that kind of just do its thing for a few minutes. And now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to start to prep this product to apply on my skin. I like to take a dense brush when I go in with this so that I can get as much pigment out of this product, because it is a sheer product. This is sheer to buildable. I'm just using my Fenty foundation brush. I've been really enjoying that as well. And I'm gonna take the product again. I'm gonna take a good amount of it because it's sheer, you can see. What I find instead of swiping it is to press it. I find that pressing this Laura Mercier face balm is the way to go. That's how you're going to get the most coverage, especially if you're somebody that is trying to cover imperfections, which you can see the difference here with product, without product. So I'm just taking this and applying it all throughout, and look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. It just covers immediately. When you first apply it, it does give off a radiant type of look, but then it sets to a powder. And I'm doing one side so you can kind of see how it compares to the other side. The shade that I did purchase this in is in the shade 3. And I found that this shade 3 works right now, but I don't think it truly works the best with my neutral undertone. I think it picks up more pink, to be honest, a little bit more light. But you can see the difference with the product. Look how stunning that looks with no product. I think this is a really beautiful everyday product, running errands. And again, it's a buildable product. So right now I'm really going to town with it, which is why I'm getting more coverage. But you can make this look much more sheer if you don't have that many imperfections to cover and you just kind of want it to even out the entire complexion and give you that soft matte finish. I think you can easily get this out of this. It's just for me, and I think I'm hitting pan. I feel like I'm hitting pan right now. Do you see? I feel like I'm hitting pan. And it's only been like a week and a half. And I'm going to, again, pressing it is better than swiping it with a brush. So just go in and press, press, press. Yeah, so it's a shame, I will say. I think that for that little bit of product, the price, that's a hard pill to swallow, especially because it's a good product. I went in with a little less product here so you can see the difference. Like you can really build it up to more like medium coverage. But like I'm saying, with this product, it's really a beautiful product for like everyday running errands. You want something easy to wear. You want something that's going to wear beautifully for the entire day and cover what it needs to cover. It's really, really nice. It's just a product that you really have to like go all in with, you know? And also, there's not that many shades. Like I said, this shade is the closest match to me. The next shade up is way too dark for me, but I just don't think the undertones are right. So as much as I like this product, and as much as I think it really like does set and give a beautiful finish, I don't think it's worth the $44. Like, it's very pretty if you're not going to be using a lot of it and you're not going to needing to cover a lot of imperfections. By all means, go get it. If you want to spend $44, go get it. But if you are somebody that you know you're going to use a lot more product, you have more to cover, I would get something like the Danessa Myricks one, because the Danessa Myricks one has way more product. It'll last you longer, and you can use it as a primer or you can use it as your foundation. So that's just something that I would say right there. So I'm gonna let this sit on the skin, soak on the skin, but I wanted to talk about this again because I did do an all-day review test, and I love doing those for you guys because I can give you some good, well-developed thoughts through the day. But after spending more time wearing it, I always like to give you a follow-up so that I can really let you know what the tea is. And the tea right now is that this product already hit pan, and it's only been like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So what does that tell us? It sucks, but I mean, it's a really pretty product, but for that amount of money and you're hitting pan in 2 weeks, if you're gonna use a good amount of it, not the best. Next product we're gonna talk about that is new that I've been really enjoying is the Dior bronzer. This one is in the shade Medium Tan 4. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the back of my hand, like so. It is so creamy. I love Dior's thick products. They're one of the high-end products that I really, really love. I'm gonna take my brush like so and begin applying it all over my forehead to start to add some warmth back into the skin. Like I mentioned, this Laura Mercier tinted balm fits me, but I feel like it kind of needs some warmth back into it. So me going in and adding some warmth back into this product calls for me to have to just go in and add it. So I'm just going in here and adding it, and this product is so beautiful. It literally is another creamy product that really just melts like butter and really gets the job done. So if you're looking for a good creamy bronzer, this one is definitely one that you would enjoy. I actually put my sister onto this bronzer as well during the Sephora sale. I was like, girl, you need this, like it's really good, and she's obsessed. So it is pricey, it's not the cheapest, and I'm only mentioning this because it is a newer product and it's something that I genuinely am enjoying. Once I go in and kind of shape the cheeks, I do like to go in and just apply directly, but when I'm adding warmth throughout the perimeter of the face, I do like to go in and warm it up on the back of my hand and then apply it so it's not harsh. I do find that going in and applying products on the back of your hand or the palm of your hand allows for you to have more control over the product and not let the product control you. So that's why I recommend doing that. Now, for certain areas, you're gonna wanna go in and just let the product do its thing, especially when you wanna kind of sculpt more. You definitely want to apply the product just on the face. So I'm going in and I'm just taking the product and bam. Like it just looks so nice. And the face looks so fresh. It looks so fresh. It all is becoming one, and you're not gonna have to worry about the products just kind of like laying all over your skin. Like it really all does become one, and obviously we'll set this all into place and have it look phenomenal. But I just wanted to show you how well this bronzer works and show you that it's worth it. It's pricey, but it's one that I would say if you're looking for a good quality bronzer that's high end, definitely splurge on this one out of all the ones in Sephora. So now we're gonna move on to the next step, which is blush. We finally made it to blush. We're gonna go back to the palette that we used on the eyes. Really loved it on the eyes, looks beautiful. But now I wanna work with these fun blush colors. I'm gonna target this right up here, right at the top of the cheekbone. It is the more muted shade, so we're gonna kind of want to marry this in with the eyeshadow as close as we can. So we're gonna take it upward towards the temples. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the deeper blushes. I'm gonna mix these two together and kind of target them more here, like so. And I'm taking a fluffier brush because those colors are deeper than the first color we went in with. I really wanna make sure that it all kind of blends out seamlessly into what we got going on right here. I don't think this is a must buy because I do think that this palette, unless you're using all the colors, it wouldn't really be worth it. But to each their own. Now we are getting closer to the end. We're gonna move on to lips. For lips, I've really been enjoying that are newer are the new YSL Kiss Shaper lip liners, and 106 is one I've been using with the 19 lipstick. This has been like my go-to from high end. So I'm gonna take the lip liner then I'm gonna take the lip shine, the candy glaze, and I'm gonna put that all over. Okay, bonitas, so I went ahead and completed the look. Before we begin this wear test, I do want to go ahead and take Huda Beauty's new fragrance. They just launched this fragrance right here, which is the Eaze Bake Intense fragrance. So it comes in this really cute bottle. So this does retail for $79, and you can get the mini size, the travel size, for $30. It is a floral gourmand fragrance. Juicy wild cherry opens the scent, deepening into sexy white florals layered with warm spiced cinnamon bark and creamy caramel milk before melting into a rich, addictive vanilla bourbon base. Inspired by the signature Eaze Bake loose powder scent, now intensified. It also transforms into a rich scent experience, the final step of glam bottled up. I always like to spray around my hair because that's where scent lasts the longest. It's floral, but you do have a little spiciness in there. Not overly spicy where you get a headache, but you do feel it in there, which I love. You can sense all those things this talks about, like the cherry in there, the flower, the cinnamon. There is definitely some cinnamon and the caramel. It's like the ending of it is where you smell that sweetness of the cinnamon and caramel. And the beginning, when you first inhale, is when you smell the wild cherry and the floral to it. And then it's all kind of wrapped in one at the very end, with like the sweetness being the last thing that hits your nose. I'm going to let you know during this wear test how this wears on the skin, so definitely stay tuned for the wear of this. We really took our time. Right now it is 11:05 in the morning, and this is what the makeup looks like. I am back right now because I want to do the midday clip, especially because now we have some oil. I want to see how this does with the oil sucker. It is 3:38 p.m. So let's shake and apply it. Okay, and then we're supposed to see this work like in real time. So let's see. I feel like we're looking a little dewy, so I feel like this could work well. They're gonna really lock it in place. Oh wait, I am starting to see it absorb the oil right here. Do you guys see that? I feel like it looks a little more matte. It says sweeping motions. I feel like I need a little bit more here, but I don't want to get this part. Hold on. Okay, let's see. It says that I shook it well, hold 8 to 10 inches away and allow 30 seconds to dry. We're just gonna let it dry, but I'm definitely see it work. Do you see? I feel like this definitely looks more matte than this, right? I like that. The only place that I don't feel like it's matting here perfectly. Like, look at that. That worked well. But right here, I kind of wanted to get this part. Okay, there we go. I think that one got it better. Yeah, okay, now I'm seeing it lock in. Ooh, this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, I really like this. Oh my gosh. No blotting, blotting. Okay, I would say if you are intrigued and want to try this out, get the small one. It's $18. Then if you become obsessed with it, get the larger one. And it doesn't feel sticky whatsoever. Like, it feels nice. This side does feel sticky, but I just wanted to show you the difference. So this is what we're looking like. Let me spray the other side too. Ooh. So right now it is 3:42 p.m. I'm gonna carry on with the rest of my day, continue doing the wear test on this. I am going to also head to the gym soon. Something I do want to point out is that the blush really did calm down through the day. Like, I feel like it doesn't look as intense and prominent as it did in the beginning of the day. And also, the Laura Mercier face balm worked well with the Danessa Myricks balm, and it's looking really nice right now, getting touched up with the one size. So that's good. Those are my thoughts. Also, the lip products are still perfectly in place. So yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts later. Okay, bonitas, it's 9:31 p.m. and this is what the makeup looks like after the retouch with the one size spray. I mean, the foundation and everything looks so good. I went to the gym this evening, but look, everything is still really nice and in place. The oils are at a minimum. You can see a little bit of shine peek through, but like, look how nice that looks. The lip liners are very long wearing, which you can see right here, still on very nicely. The lipstick did come off a little bit, but, well, not a little bit, a good amount of it. Like, it's pretty much gone. But the lip liner's still there, which is definitely a good thing. And then everything else just looks great. One thing I do want to point out is that the fragrance isn't as strong as I would want it to be. Like, at the end of the day, it's pretty faded. So it's not going to be that strong scent that you may get from some other perfumes. So just keep that in mind. So I don't know if it's the most worth it. It smells nice for a few hours, but then it just really, really fades. So I don't think it's the most long-wearing fragrance. So I would say maybe pass on it. I would get something like Rare Beauty if you want more longevity, because they're kind of like in that same family of like sweet, gourmand, floral. But besides that, really love how everything looks. And again, you can see like the Laura Mercier balm is really nice. It's just pricey for what you get. So let me know what your favorite items were from the products that we talked about today in this video. What are you most excited about? What have you purchased and what are you going to pass on? Because I love interacting contigo. So share down below in the comment section, bonitas. Let's go ahead and start a conversation. I love interacting contigo. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because that really helps me out, helps this channel to continue to grow. And I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adios.